Hello and welcome. This is Angel Therapy Oracle card reading number 3, and I am Natasha. And this reading today is for a lady who we will call B, which is her first initial, and for her privacy, we will just use her first initial. Now, B just wants a general reading today, just to kind of see what's coming up for her. So we are going to be using the event spread, is what she has chosen. And the event spread is pretty cool. It uses 3 cards, and how awesome, we have 3 angels. You can't see my lovely Seraphina though, because she's huge. But you can see her skirt. I wish I could put the camera back further so that you could actually fully see her though. But I can't, unfortunately. But the event spread, before I interrupted myself, it uses 3 cards to show the event about to happen, how you will feel about it, and what you can do about it. So B, that's what we are going to see for you today. We're going to see what's coming up, how you're going to feel about it, and what you can do about it. And this is actually one of my favorite spreads to use, simply because it's short and sweet, but also you can go very much in depth into it. So, lucky me, I actually forgot my, I have this whole little ritual that I do before a reading, and I have it in one of my books, and I have it propped open so I can read out of it. So, give me 1 second, I'll be right back so that we can get started with this and I can explain the process to you. Okay, so we are back. I don't know how I forgot that. I kind of move it over here. I move it between, I have this nice little cookbook stand it sits on, and I move it between my actual desk, which is here, and then something else I use as a desk most of the time. But I do my readings here for the most part, unless I just pull one or if I'm studying the cards or something. Anyway, I do this whole little process before I do an Angel Therapy Oracle card reading. First, I'm going to basically, you'll see me hit the cards, and what I'm doing is clearing out the energy in the deck. I do this before each reading so that it doesn't have any energy left over from previous readings or from anyone that may have touched the deck, even though I don't tend to let people touch the deck, but just to completely clear out the energy for your reading, B. Second, I will hold the cards over my heart, and I'm actually going to consecrate them for this reading. So you won't really see that, but you'll hear me speaking. Third, I will invoke Archangel Michael's protection for this reading. Fourth, I'm going to, sorry, I'm kind of squeaky chair. Fourth, I'm going to once again ask the question to the cards, even though it's more of a general reading. And I will basically go through the positions again just so that the cards and the angels know again what we're doing here in this reading. Then fifth, I will shuffle. Now I have a very thorough shuffling method that I've been using for years, and it can take a while because I make sure that the cards literally are all mixed up. So it can take a while, so I will actually cut that out of the video because I don't think you want to see me shuffling for a few minutes. And then after that, we will cut back into the video, and you will see me laying out the cards, and we'll do your reading. Okay? Sounds awesome? Great. Okay. I ask that this reading with these cards be accurate and specific and bring blessings to everyone involved. Please help me stay centered in my higher self so that I may clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine messages that wish to come through this reading. Archangel Michael, I ask that you stay by my side and watch over me during this oracle card session, ensuring that God's love and wisdom only come through. So this reading is for B, and it's just a general reading. We will use 3 cards today. The first card showing us the event about to happen, the second card showing us how B will feel about it, and the third card, what B can do about it. Okay, and we are back now, and I will be laying out the cards. I just want to remind you that the Angel Therapy Oracle card deck is, I should say, it was designed to be 100% positive and safe and to give loving messages from the angels. However, sometimes clients will see cards or reading or receive a reading that will kind of, let me adjust this a little bit, that could make it a bit emotional for them. However, it's all for the therapeutic reason behind the reading, to heal. Okay, so let's get started here. And this first card will show us the event about to happen for you, B. Okay, and here, so you can kind of see a little better, we have the card called Mediumship. And the message at the bottom says, you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. Now, you'll notice when I do these readings that I will kind of take the literal meaning of the card, but then I also will get more information from the card than just the literal like card name or message on it. So initially, of course, take this literally here, it's showing that coming up you're going to be more in touch with your loved ones that have departed and are now on the other side. You may be able to feel them around you. It could be just that sense of having a loved one near you that is departed. Or, you may say, okay, strange things are happening and I think so-and-so is doing it. And this card is basically confirming that you are correct. The loved ones that you are thinking about are around you and you are feeling them, you are sensing them. They are around you. This is a confirmation for you. Now, this card also, just by looking at her and how she is, I kind of have the deck in the way though, a little bit. You can see how she has her hands and her eyes are closed, and it's almost as if she's praying or worshiping. And what that also shows me is that you may have a spiritual or even religious awakening coming up soon. You may have that sense of, okay, I finally get it, or I maybe have found the religious or spiritual path that fits me, that suits me. So it can be a few different things going on here. It could be one or the other, or it could be both of these things that I have told you about. Now, this might sound a little crazy, but whenever I look at this card, I kind of get the impression of a trip coming up. Now, it's likely a trip by air, simply because of how she's up on a cloud and she has her wings kind of spread out, almost as if she's ready to take flight. But she isn't, she's standing there stationary. But it gives me the impression of a trip. So you may be taking a trip soon, likely by air, or you may be planning a trip soon. And the trip could take place down the road a bit, but the planning process may come up here soon. Okay, so if anything else connects, now when we use multiple cards in a spread, I like to look for connections, and so you'll likely hear me talking about connections between the cards as they interact with each other. So we may be able to come back to this card and get more information from it after we see what these cards have to offer us. Now, before we completely leave this card, I do want to let you know that there is a little booklet that comes with this deck, and it was created by the deck creator, Doreen Virtue, is who created this deck. And, it has a little meaning of the card. It goes a little bit more in depth into it with like 2 pages or so. But what I like to use the book for in the readings, and I'm going to look it up now, is for the action steps. Now, the action steps are included with every card, and it's to help you heal with whatever you may be going through in your life. So, you know what that makes me think of though? Is that with this mediumship card, it could also be showing that your loved ones are with you and support you in whatever changes you are making now in your life, anything that you might be going through, any sort of hardships. And And this card is kind of their way of saying that they love you and they support you, they're proud of you, that you could not do anything wrong to disappoint them, okay? So, sorry, sometimes I just kind of get things like that where I'll go off on something and then suddenly, oh, well, here's something else that I really feel called to mention. So, yay, you have a little bit more of an interpretation there. But okay, let me get the book out here. And okay, here we go, mediumship. I just like to read the action steps because you may find something that could help you right now or in the future, some sort of exercise to do, and that's what the action step basically is. I will say them for these two just because, there's healing that can be done in every card. But especially for this third card here of what you can do about it, this is the important one that you will definitely want to take into consideration and practice this action step especially. So for mediumship here, let's see here. We have, in a quiet room where you won't be interrupted, use paper and pen to have a conversation with a departed loved one. First, call upon Archangel Michael to oversee this exchange, since he's the angel of protection who will ensure that you're talking to your intended person. Next, write to your loved one as if you were having a conversation. Write down their end of the conversation, which will come to you as physical or mental impressions, combined with visions and words that you hear within your inner ear. Remember to call upon Archangel Michael for any assistance you may need. At the end of the conversation, be sure to thank the person and Archangel Michael for the experience. I'm stumbling over my words today, just a little bit. Okay, so we will put that down, and we will move along here to our second card, which is how you will feel about it. Now this is likely going to relate to the event, but sometimes it can show something a little bit different. It will always tell us what we need to know. So here we have past life issue. I'll hold this up for you can kind of see it a little bit better. A little closer. And the message at the bottom is, this situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. So you may be coming up to an emotional time. It could be that maybe you are thinking about loved ones that have passed. It could be someone extremely close to you, like a parent, a grandparent, a child. And you may be getting emotional, because this card to me also shows emotions. But this card overall, just kind of forget about anything else right now, just focus on that card, is just saying overall that you have a lot of past life issues that are kind of coming to the forefront right now. And, I'm a firm believer in past lives. And to me, I feel like a lot of the things that we go through in our current lives are because of past lives that we have been through, things that we may have done. And this is showing that right now you might be in a learning stage of your life and kind of have some karma playing out for you right now. So that's one indicator, and you may know it. You may look at this card and think and say, oh yes, I have a lot of stuff going on in my life right now that likely is coming from a past life. So you might be kind of already feeling this, but it's also kind of a stressful time as we work out our karma from past lives, because things don't always go the way that we may want it to go, but rather the way that the universe intends for it to go. Let's see, I feel like there's something I just really want to say about this, and I don't. It's like there's something, it's like on the tip of my tongue. This tends to happen sometimes. Let's see. So, in relation, I'm sorry, I'm starting to stutter because I feel like there's something very specific about this card. and I'm trying to figure out what it is. But I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Now, relating it to the card Mediumship, okay? This can show that, sorry, taking a second here. I got so worked up and excited because there was something, it's just on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't get it. Okay, calming down. This card here, it makes me think of dreams. I don't know exactly why, but it makes me think of dreams. So relating this to the Mediumship card, like I was saying before I got all worked up and excited, could show that you may be having dreams of your loved ones that have crossed. And this is a confirmation that you are dreaming about them and they are there with you, that you are able to carry on a conversation with them through your dreams. So if you have questions or messages that you've wanted to ask or pass on to your loved ones on the other side, you can do so through your dreams, and they will hear you, they will be with you, and if they are present in your dream, then they're able to communicate with you through those dreams, okay? Okay, I think I finally kind of figured out here what I'm trying to say. Not even relating this to the first card, okay? If you were to just focus on this card alone. Oh, I'm knocking stuff over. Past life issue can show that it is important for you right now, and this is what I was trying, I think, to get out. It's important for you right now to not only hear this message, but to realize that the things you've experienced in the past, not just in the past life, but just in the past of your current life, the things you have experienced have made you the person you are today. They have made you a much stronger person, and you are able to overcome anything that is put in your path, okay? This can be something, tiny, or it could be something rather large. Anything that's in your way, you can overcome. You are a strong person, and you have so many supportive spirits around you, angels, spirit guides, departed loved ones. They are around you and they're supporting you, they're loving you, they are telling you, hey, you can do this, okay? There is no need for you to hold back or to not progress, I should say. And I feel like, just based off of these two cards now, looking at the images, they're both stationary. They're just standing. Yes, they have their wings out, like they could fly at any moment, but they're stationary. They aren't moving. They aren't in motion. So what this may be saying is that you need to kind of realize that you're the one holding yourself back from moving forward. And this could be with anything in your life. It could be something specific or just in general. Maybe there's a dream that you really want to follow, but you keep saying, well, I'll put that off. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. I'll get around to that later. And this card, actually both of these cards, are kind of saying you're at a standstill right now. And, it's up to you to spread your wings and fly. Sorry, I have no idea where all that just came from, but I feel like it's very important for you to hear that and to understand that. Sometimes things like this happen in the readings. Okay, so I'm trying to kind of move things around a little bit. So now we have our third card, which is going to show us what you can do about it. Oh, I almost forgot to show, I was so worked up, I almost forgot to do the action steps for past life issue. Okay. This is a good one. I love this one. Okay. Archangel Raziel, which means the secrets of God, is the angel who helps you understand, assimilate, and heal your past life memories. Go to a quiet place and say, aloud or silently, Archangel Raziel, I call upon you now. Please help me understand, and then you can describe your current question or situation. by guiding and healing me through my past experiences and relationships. I ask that you help me balance all karma with everyone involved in this situation in all directions of time. Raziel, please help me uncover, heal, and release any old buried pain now and forever. Thank you. Your body may shudder as you say this, indicating that you're successfully releasing old pent-up pain. If you have memory snippets of past lifetimes, please write them down for further exploration with a past life regression therapist or by listening to a guided meditation CD. So those are the action steps for that. Okay, now moving on to what you can do about it. And this is the one where we're really going to have to listen. Okay, so this one's released, and that's actually not really a surprise from the cards we've received. Just so you can kind of see it a little bit better. The message on it is, work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. So this is a confirmation that you need to release, and it's kind of going back to the action steps from past life issue, saying that you need to release any old pain that you may have right now, anything that you may be keeping inside of you. Maybe you need to forgive others or forgive yourself for things, and instead of doing that, you're just kind of keeping it all locked up inside of you. Now, the one thing I really notice, which is really funny, is these two angels, which we spoke of before, are standing still, and this one is flying away. And not only that, but we have birds in motion, and it's kind of like a whole card of motion right now. And that's kind of showing me that it's okay for you to move forward. And that's what this card is saying. It's okay for you to stop at a standstill. And it's okay for you to fly, which we had spoke of before. So this is like, I mean, I don't know if you kind of are the type of person that may wait for that sign in the universe to tell you, yes, it's okay to do this. But if you are, then this is saying, this is your sign that you can go ahead and do this, whatever it may be you're thinking of. Now, to relate all three cards together, it could show that maybe you haven't been able to exactly let go of the fact that a loved one has passed. This could be something recent or something that has taken place years ago. And by something, I mean a loved one passing. And this card is a sign of, releasing that. And I guess of understanding and accepting that your loved one is no longer on the physical plane with us. They do exist in, in the spirit world, but and they are very much around you, as we saw with mediumship. But it's time for you to release the, maybe the negative thought that you have with their passing, and accept, that they are in spirit right now. And this is definitely saying that it's okay for you to release that. But you can still have contact with them, because with mediumship here, it shows that you're going to be very much in touch with the spirit world. And through past life issue, with dreams, which is what I relate to that sometimes, that you will be able to have dreams of them. So you aren't exactly releasing them, letting them go, say goodbye. It's not like that. It's just that you're releasing their physical life, in a way. I'm trying to think of a way to word this. The physical nature, I guess, of the relationship, and accepting that the relationship can now be in spirit and in just a different way. So that may be one interpretation for you. But whatever you are going through, this card is saying it's okay to release whatever you're holding holding inside of you, or whatever you're holding back from. It's okay to release all of that. Now, earlier, I don't know if you remember me saying about travel, based off of this card. But release, she's moving, she's in movement, and she's also flying. So I think this kind of might re-emphasize that you may be going on a trip, likely by air, either in the near future or in maybe the extended future, but you'll be planning it soon. There is one other thing that I kind of get from this, which has to do with moving. I've occasionally received this card in readings done for clients where they want to know if they're going to be moving or not. And this card seems to show a long distance moving trip. So you may also be moving a long distance away from your current residence. So, okay. Let's see here about the action steps. And this is the really important card to keep in mind for the action steps. Okay, here we go. Take out 2 or more sheets of paper and a pen, or if desired, you can conduct this process on your computer by opening a blank word processing document. Breathe deeply and relax your muscles. Then, at the top of the page, write, Archangel Michael, what do I need to release to be fully on my path and purpose? Jot down everything that comes to mind, including your thoughts, feelings, visions, or words. The pen may even seem to write on its own, which is safe and normal when connecting with Michael's loving energy. Make a note of everything you receive, even if you don't understand its meaning. Then take the paper, or print out the paper from your computer, and ceremoniously destroy it by burning it, immersing it in water, or burying it while simultaneously declaring, I now fully release anything that is not for my highest good. Okay, so there is one other thing for you, B, and that is the shadow card, which is on the bottom of the deck. Now this can show a few things. This can show more information to the reading, why the reading was asked, and other interpretations we can get from it. And this card here is Goddess. As you can see here. And this message is express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. I'm sorry about that. There's family members using the clothes chute. It's a little loud. Now what this tells me, there's right now 2 things that I'm getting from it. The first is that because it is the Goddess card, which is a very motherly card, this could show that in relation to the reading of departed loved ones, if you have a mother, grandmother, a daughter, or any child, even you being the mother, or any type of woman in your life that has been like a mother to you, if she is crossed over, then this is showing that she is with you right now, and it's important for you to know that. Now the second thing that I get from this card is that it's very important for you to accept your feminine nature, to say, yes, I'm a woman and yes, I love it. You may, I don't know if maybe you don't feel comfortable sometimes, in your own skin, but this is definitely saying that you are perfect. You are made the way that you were intended to be made. There is not a mistake that happened when God made you, or when Goddess made you. You are perfect just the way you're supposed to be. There's some sort of saying, I think, that has to do with the different features that one has, and how everything was intentionally put there by God. There's some sort of saying, I can't think of it right now, but this card is definitely saying that it's important for you to be comfortable and that you are loved right now. Now, let's see what we can find here in the little booklet for you for the action steps. Okay. And this card is very playful too, and it's kind of one of, sorry, you can't really see it. You can see that there's angels playing harps and stuff. So this card can also be saying to you to get outside to nature and have fun. Go on a camping trip, or get a musical instrument and start playing piano or guitar or violin, something that can let you be creative. You may have a creative bug inside of you that needs to get out. Okay, so here's the action steps for this card. Within every woman are 3 parts of the goddess: maiden, inner child, at times pure and at other times adventurous or bold; mother, nurturing qualities; and matriarch, the teacher. Men have inner qualities of the lad, the dad, and the patriarch. It's important to express each of these 3 parts daily. This helps to balance playfulness with work and relationships. Spend time each day expressing all 3 characteristics, and notice how much more energized and balanced you feel. Okay, B, I guess we are at the end of our reading here. I kind of feel like I was all over with this reading, which I feel like to an extent with almost all my readings, but this one even more so. I don't know what it is exactly, but it seems like you definitely have a lot going on. I hope this wasn't too confusing. If it is, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to clarify things for you, or to kind of type it out a bit. But I hope that this does ring a bell for you and to you. I really feel like I was all over the place, but it's still connected somehow. So let me know, B, if there's any questions that you have, any comments, concerns. If you have any questions about certain cards relating to one another or about what I've said, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to clarify. So thank you for allowing me to read for you and to connect with your angels. It's been a pleasure, and there were some times where I didn't quite know where what I was saying was coming from, so I'm hoping that was the angels coming through and speaking through me to you. So thank you very much, B. It's been a pleasure.